So I do have another unrelated question while we have you here. Um, I wanted to, if you're okay with a curveball, I also wanted to get your thoughts on the future of Bitcoin and crypto. The cryptocurrency market has been plunging. As of today, it's down to 2020 levels. Is this a blip, or do you think people are seeing sort of systemic flaws in cryptocurrency and getting nervous? And do you think this is something that's going to reverse course, um, or is it more permanent?
Well, I mean, let me comment first on the broader industry, and then comment specifically on cryptocurrencies. So I think what we're seeing is that it's hard to imagine Web3, crypto, NFTs, smart contracts not being a sustainable industry because of the tremendous amount of investment that is being put into technology development, startups, most famously by Andreessen Horowitz and Chris Dixon. They're committing a lot of money to this space. And I think that a lot of the underlying technologies have a lot of potential to create meaningful value in the world, including blockchain-based technologies, different types of token technologies, including fungible tokens, non-fungible tokens, enablement of smart contracts, how that is going to interact with the massive investment by, for example, Meta in the metaverse, virtual reality, augmented reality, and the role that tokens and coins are going to play in that reality. I think that there is a there in terms of innovation. I think that it's in that larger sort of framing. We're in sort of the dot-com bubble of the current day. A lot of these projects are going to zero, and there's going to be a lot of money lost on projects that are not really worthwhile. There's obviously lots of scams. There's obviously lots of shaking out that needs to be done. But if you recall, we had the dot-com bubble and the dot-com bubble bursting, and then that realizing a fertile ground for the internet commerce revolution. I remember when people were saying, are you kidding me? Nobody's ever going to put their credit card number into a website. That's crazy. And now, obviously, we have e-commerce and Amazon built entirely from the frictionless commerce of putting credit card numbers into websites. I think we're similarly in a bubble phase of this larger market that I think is bursting, will come in fits and starts, going up, going down, but then it will settle into innovation that does create value and change into the future. With regard to Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, I'm not going to predict the price of Bitcoin today or tomorrow, but I do think it is about whether or not you can convince large swaths of the consumer population whether these specific currencies are the stores of value that people who have invested in them think that they are. Obviously, Bitcoin is a technology that is argued to be mathematically scarce, and therefore, like a scarce resource like gold or other scarce resources, has the benefit of scarcity in that 21 million-ish bitcoins is sort of the limit of the number of bitcoins that could exist. Does that mean that there is a natural value to it? If and only if the market believes that there is. And I think that that is the stage that we're in now. It has the elements of value. Whether it has the staying power will be determined in part by those arguments and in part by market psychology, which is much harder to predict than any of those technical elements are.
Gotcha. Thanks, and thanks for entertaining the curveball there.